It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and it's time to show the Polish beer battle. Now, these beers are probably Poland's largest selling or bigger selling beers. We have Zubra, which is the #1 selling beer in Poland, Lech, we have Tyskie and Ywiec. Now, interestingly, the most difficult beer that I could find in the UK that I was struggling with was Ywiec. The rest are in bottles, Ywiec is in a can, but I literally had to hunt for Ywiec, where the other beers, I picked this one up, Tyskie, in Tesco, for argument's sake. 5% ABV, part of their 3 for £5 range of beers. All of these beers have been made in Poland. They're all Polish beers. I would say out of all of the beer battles that I've done over the last few weeks, this is the kind of only situation where we're drinking beer from said country. A lot of these beers now are produced in the UK. So it's nice, actually, it's quite refreshing to be able to kind of look at these beers and go, hey, they're authentic Polish beers. Ywiec, 5.6% ABV, Tyskie 5%, Lech 5%, and Zubra, the #1 selling beer in Poland, is 6% ABV. So what I'll do, I'll just grab bottles now, we'll start pouring, and I'll show you the cans and whatnot. And yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? So, Tyskie. This is in a large bottle. This is a 650 milliliter. 5% ABV. There's a look at the Tyskie, brown bottle. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Look at that. There's a look at Tyskie. Good levels of carbonation, 2-finger white head in a Hofmeister glass. The other thing I wanted to mention was I only have 3 of these kind of classic German style glasses to use. The Ywiec will be going in a Hop House 13 glass. But hey ho, who's got 4 of the same glasses in their house? Somebody's shouting, me! Right, Lech, 500ml bottle. All of these beers are ranged in price. They work out at about £1.70 each. There wasn't much change from £1.70. So there's a look at the Lech. 2-finger white head, good carbonations. What I've noticed, I'm not getting the aroma yet, but I could get it from kind of half arm's distance. So as I was pouring, there was a little bit of skunkiness from the Lech, and I think that's that green glass bottle there. Right, we'll carry on with the mugs for now, with these kind of big mugs. So we'll get the Zubra out. There's a look at it. There's the bottle. Nice beer, this. I've drank this in Poland, and I've drank it in the UK as well. I paired it with a Polish, one of those lovely Polish hot dogs. If you want to check that video out. A couple of years ago now, that was. So there's a look at the Zubra. You can tell it's a little bit stronger, isn't it? 6% ABV, slightly darker malts going on. Good carbonation, 1 to 2-finger white head. Slightly different colour, this. Deeper, darker malts. And last but not least, Ywiec, 5% ABV. Actually found this in Barry. I was looking everywhere for this beer. I found it in Barry in a corner shop I was thinking to myself, I'm never going to be able to find this beer now, but I managed to find it in my hometown. There we go. So I thought to myself, because I don't have the same glassware, the rest are in bottles, this is in a can, I would put ywiec in a can in a slightly different glass. It's the best I could come up with. Good carbonation. There is a widget in the bottom of this glass. 2 to 3 finger white head. Good looking beer. Shall we just start with this then? Should we start with the ywiec as we got it in our hand? Aroma. Very light. Very, very light kind of. It's like citrusy aroma coming through on it. Light malts coming through, like wafer style malts in the aroma. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Super light. 5.6% ABV this. 5.6% ABV. It's not really drinking like a 5.6% ABV lager. Lots of hop bitterness coming through on the back end. Peppery, spicy, wafer-like malts coming through. Not the worst beer I've ever drank. For an industrial lager, it's not too bad. Not too bad that. Quite like the water quality in that. We've been talking an awful lot about water quality, British brewed kind of British water quality in our beers lately, the lagers, and this is a very different kind of. They talk about mountain water on the side of the can here. Mountain water, so pretty good. Right. Tyskie, 5% ABV, available in Tesco, but brewed in Poland. A little bit peppery, spicy, little kind of earthiness coming through on this one. Again, wafer-like malts, but a slight earthiness, slightly different water quality, obviously. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. That earthiness is definitely coming through in the taste. It's not as clean. The ywiec is a lot cleaner. That ywiec is kind of cleaner than the Tyskie. The Tyskie, not as nice, not as kind of cutthroat and clean and crisp as the ywiec. A kind of mustiness coming through. Musty, slightly kind of musty, peppery, spicy, and earthy. Yeah, that would be it. Right, let's try the Lech. Green bottle. Slightly skunky, I talked about earlier on. but that seems to have dissipated now as the initial opening of the beer. Cleaner, a lot cleaner than the Tyskie. Nice kind of lower levels of carbonation, not an overly carbonated beer. Yeah, cleaner than the Tyskie, more drinkable than the Tyskie. Little bit of wafer malt, little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's not a bad beer, the Lech, actually. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Quite like that. 5% ABV, sun shining. Drink a few of those, especially imagine having that on draft in Poland. Probably wouldn't be a bad beer on draft, that. Yeah, pretty good. Right, let's make our way to Poland's #1 selling beer, 6% ABV Zubra. Now, what I want to tell you about this beer, what I'm interested in with this particular beer, is if it's ever sold in the UK, because whatever's #1 in say, a country like Poland, for argument's sake, they'll always look to export the beer. I wonder, with this being 6% ABV, if they ever decided to sell this beer in the UK, would they kind of make it lower in the ABV? Would they produce like a 4.5 or a 5% ABV version? Because this is 6%. And there's not many 6% ABV lagers in the UK. So as I mentioned, Dan, I'm just going to grab one beer. Look how dark, look at the darker. Look how darker this beer is. It's kind of definitely more golden in colour. You see that? Aroma. Oh, definitely more of a malt aroma coming through. Little bit of sweetness coming through. Peppery spiciness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, now then. That is clean. That is, I am enjoying that. That is that's good beer. Oh, what I like about the beer is it's not hiding behind that 6% ABV. You're definitely getting more of a malt quality coming through. You're definitely getting a little bit more body from the beer. But that makes the beer, dare I say it, smoother. It makes it kind of more drinkable, cleaner, refreshing. A little bit of pepperiness on the back end, a little bit of bitterness coming through. A nice amount of bitterness, actually. But a bit of lemon in there as well. A little bit of lemon bitterness coming through. With that bit wafer biscuit malt coming through, that's a cracker. That's a real cracker of a Polish beer. I'm not surprised at all that this is Poland's #1 selling beer. It's quite good. Okay, so I'm ready to rate them. I'm not going to taste them all again. 4 beers in, not going to taste them all again. I'll be here for another 10 minutes. So I'm just going to rattle through a rating now. We started off life with the ywiec, 5.6% ABV, called it very clean, very drinkable. Not bad, the ywiec. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for the ywiec. The Tyskie was the most disappointing, I would say. The most disappointing out of all of them. I would say the Tyskie is a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for the Tyskie. Lech, didn't mind the Lech at all. A little bit better than the Tyskie. Probably on par with the ywiec, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10 as well. 7 out of 10 for the Lech. The winner, Zubra. The winner, Zubra. And this wins it by quite a long way, actually. If you're able to pick up Zubra in the UK, you can find it in any kind of Polish delicatessen or Polish shop. Find it. Go and find Zubra. It's a good quality Polish lager. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Zubra. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!